Adults often see the world through numbers, plans, and utility. This book reminds us that something essential can be lost along the way. I'm Richard Reeds. Welcome to my channel, where powerful books are transformed into clear, focused ideas. I'm glad you're here. The Little Prince may appear to be a children's book at first glance, but at its core, it's written for adults. For those who have learned to be reasonable and may have forgotten how to truly see. At the center is a narrator who crash lands in the desert and meets an unusual young boy. The Little Prince asks simple questions, and those questions repeatedly bring the narrator and the reader to a pause. The Little Prince comes from a small planet. There he cares for a rose that is unique to him, not because it is perfect, but because he has taken responsibility for it. On his journey, he visits different planets. On each one, he meets adults trapped in their roles. A king who wants to rule without real responsibility. A vain man who only wants admiration. A businessman who counts and owns stars without knowing why. These encounters seem almost absurd, and yet they feel strangely familiar. They represent ways of thinking we encounter everywhere in real life. Power without connection. Ownership without meaning. Work without relationship. Again and again, the book shows contrasts between what adults consider important and what children instinctively understand, between measuring and feeling, between having and being. Friendship plays a special role, especially the encounter with the fox. Here it becomes clear that closeness takes time, that connection forms when we allow it, and that things gain value not through usefulness, but through the relationship we have with them. Through his journey, the Little Prince learns that responsibility and connection belong together, that his rose matters not because she looks unique, but because she holds meaning for him. The book doesn't explain these ideas, it tells them, quietly, simply, without pressure. And eventually the question arises naturally, what is the author really trying to tell us? Perhaps it's less about childhood and more about an attitude toward life. Maybe the author wants to show that in growing up, we often lose sight of what truly matters. In the end, one thought remains. We see clearly only with the heart, even if that can't be measured. If you've watched this video until now, feel free to subscribe, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for being here. See you next time.